Let's go ahead and start out on our backs. Make your way down and bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands to your inner thighs and just create a little rocking motion here as you begin to lengthen the breath. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. Just start to feel the belly rise and fall. And the ribs expand and compress. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the low belly. Try to maintain that little rocking motion side to side. And when you're ready, begin to find stillness. Press the outer edges of the feet together. See if you can work the knees a little closer to the floor as you press the low back into the ground. Straw the knees in towards the chest. Happy baby. Grab a hold of the outer edges of your feet. Try to work your knees a little closer to the floor as you pull your heart through the gateway of the arms. Staying here, let's start to straighten out one leg, straighten out the other, and they don't need to go all the way straight. Or grabbing a hold somewhere and working the toes closer to the floor as you keep the low back touching the mat. On an inhale, let's draw the knees in, rock forward to a seat. Take your feet slightly wider than your hips or as wide as your mat, and just drop the knees to the right and to the left a couple times, intentionally trying to get the knees all the way to the floor. Drop the knees to the right, stay there, see if you can rise up, press the pelvis forward, switch it out. You can always use your hands to help out, or you don't have to lift your hips off the ground. Come back to the center, drop the right knee over to the right, straighten out that left leg, Janu Shirshasana. Just let the left hand slide down the left leg as the right arm reaches up and over, trying to create more space on the right side of the body. Modified side arm balance, right hand plants. Come up onto that right knee, reach the left arm up and over. Let's try it again, sit down, left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over, try to spin your chest open to the sky. Modified side arm balance, right hand plants. Come onto that right knee, reach the left arm back. And just one more time. Left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over, spin the chest open. Modified side arm balance, right hand plants. Come up onto that right knee, reach the left arm back, looking for space on the left side of the body. Sit down, we'll switch it out. Left knee bends, right leg goes straight. Let the right hand slide down the right leg as the left arm reaches up and over, creating more space on the left side of the body. Modified side arm balance, left hand plants. Come onto that left knee, reach the right arm up and over. And two more like that, just take your time. Let's go ahead and set an intention for the practice here. And just find a word or a feeling to connect with. Something that resonates with you today. And one more time, right hand slides, left arm reaches, spin the chest open. Left hand plants, right arm reaches up and over. Let's come back to the center. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Take a few breaths here. Find a little butterfly action. Try to press the outer edges of the feet together and either sit up tall or begin to walk your hands forward and just fold in towards the legs. You can always stay up high and use your hands on your thighs to try to spiral them back. Just whatever feels better in the moment. On an inhale, let's split the legs wide. It doesn't have to be really wide. You can always elevate your hips here a little bit, drag your body forward. Just bring your hands to your hips and play around with your pelvis a little bit, creating this anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. We are aiming for this anterior tilt. Let's extend the arms out and to start out without using the hands. Tip forward, try to take the chest towards the floor, leading with your heart, just like in life. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold in towards the legs. You can walk your hands forward. You can reach for your feet. Just a couple of moments here. It doesn't have to be all the way flat. It might just be slightly tipping forward. Just a few breaths. Go ahead and come up a little bit and walk your hands over towards your left leg and just fold in towards the left leg. Back to the center, walk your hands over to the right and fold in towards the right leg. Inhale, left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Try to spin the chest open to the sky. Right hand plants behind you. Push into the right hand, lift your hips, reach the left arm back. 2 more like that. Left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over, spin your chest open. Right hand plants, push into the right hand, lift your hips, reach the left arm back. 1 more time. Left hand slides, right arm reaches, spin the chest open. Right hand plants, push into the ground, lift your hips, reach that left arm back. Back to the center, let the right hand slide down the right leg. As the left arm reaches up and over, try to spin your chest open to the sky. Left hand plants, push into the left hand, lift your hips, reach the right arm back. 2 more like that. Right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up and over, spin your chest open. Left hand plants, push into the ground, lift your hips, reach the right arm back. 1 more time. Right hand slides, left arm reaches, take a breath. Left hand plants, push into the ground, lift your hips, reach the right arm back. Sit down, extend the legs straight out in front. Flex the feet, inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge and fold over the legs. For a forward fold, flex the feet, try to pull your toes back towards the body. You can look at your toes, you can relax your neck and look down, whatever feels better in the moment. You might even take a few breaths with the knees bent, folding in here, and slowly pushing the heels away from the body, folding in, but the legs don't have to go all the way straight. It's just a couple of breaths right here. Inhale, let's come up, cross the ankles, find a soft vinyasa, walk your hands forward, little bend in the elbows, heart pulls through. Take the gaze over the right shoulder and over the left shoulder. Push back, child's pose. 1 more time, shift it forward, soft vinyasa, switch across the ankles, take the gaze over the right shoulder and over the left shoulder. Push back, child's pose, take a breath. Inhale, let's come up to hands and knees, and we'll thread the needle, reach the right arm up. And exhale, thread it through. Drop the right shoulder to the earth, left hand to the floor above your head, tippy toe those left fingers away from your body. Try to spin your chest under the left arm. Let's come back to the center and we'll switch it out. Left arm reaches up, and exhale, thread it through. Drop the left shoulder to the floor, right hand to the earth above your head, tippy toe those fingers away over to the left. Shift your hips in that same direction. Inhale, let's come back to the center, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Take a few breaths here, pedal out the feet, shake the head, whatever feels good. Take a few breaths with the knees bent, and a few breaths with the legs straight. Let's take the right leg up and back. Bend the knee and open it up. Make 3 giant circles with that right knee going one way. And once you've got 3, find 3 going the opposite way. Pausing at the top on the last one, try to lift the knee up a little higher as you press the right shoulder down. Stay there, or let's flip the dog, allowing the foot to fall towards the left as you lift your hips and reach forward. Right hand plants, right leg flies, take it up and back. Think of this shape as the splits. Right foot to the outside of the right hand, or as far forward as you can bring it, press the pelvis down and forward. Take it up and back. Let's try it again, right foot to the outside of the right hand, pelvis down and forward. And 1 more time, right leg flies, step it, or of course, hop it, right foot to the outside of the right hand, press the pelvis down and forward. Let's turn this into lizard, drop the back knee, heel toe that right foot out a little bit, flex it, turn it to a 45-degree angle, hip opener twist, maybe a quad stretch if you want to reach back, grab a hold of that left foot. Release the foot, sneak the left knee to the outside of the right ankle. Let's sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana, left arm reaches up. Take it across the body for a twist. Try to sit up tall and lift up out of the low back. Standing splits, stand on the right leg. Left leg flies, super soldier. Bend your left knee, reach back with the right hand. Grab a hold of the top of the foot. Try to fold in towards the leg. Reaching the left knee up towards the sky a little bit more. Set the left foot down. Wide-legged forward fold. Come up. Turn the toes towards the left. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Puff up the chest. And exhale, fold in towards the floor. And if your head touches the floor like mine, you might bring your feet a little closer together. Or take them a little further apart. You can always bend into the knees. If you feel like your hands are just locked in your low back, you might put something between your hands. Release the hands down, walk your hands over to the right, fold in towards the right leg. Walk your hands over to the left, fold in towards your left leg. Back to the center, walk your hands away from your body, fold in, think about melting your chest towards the floor. Let's twist, left hand plants, right arm reaches up, spreading wide across your collarbones. Switch it out, right hand plants, left arm reaches up. Skandasana to the back of the mat, bend the left knee, straighten out the right leg, staying high or coming down low. Skandasana to the top, try to get the right heel to the floor. And one more time to the back, and again, you don't have to be really low, but let's try to sit all the way down, maybe not even using our hands. Turn those left toes forward. Let's twist. Right arm reaches up. Take it across the body, flexing the right foot. Try to pull the toes back towards your body. Inhale back to the center. Lift up your right leg. Actively compress side of the chest. Try to pull it in as close as you can. Find a spot to hold on to, and if you still want more, you could draw the leg in a little bit closer. And release it. Let's rock forward and back and land in Yogi Squat. Or you might be able to just land in Yogi Squat. So forward and back, pulling that foot in, or just lifting your butt up, setting the right foot down. Press the elbows into the thighs, try to pull your heart through, take a breath. Plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Hold plank, grip in your fingers, push through the balls of the feet, push back through your heels, slowly lower your pelvis towards the floor, pull back on your hands, push back through your heels. Exhale, round and lift, plank pose. Inhale, melt, push back through your heels, pull back on your hands. Exhale, round and lift. Two more, inhale, melt. Exhale, round and lift. One more, melt. Exhale, round and lift. Downward facing dog. Take the left leg up and back, bend the knee and open it up. Make 3 giant circles with that left knee going one way. And once you got 3, find 3 going the opposite way. Pausing at the top on the last one, try to lift the knee up a little higher as you press the left shoulder down. Stay there, or let's flip the dog, allowing that left foot to fall over towards the right as you reach the left arm forward. Downward facing dog, left leg flies. Take it up and back, straight and strong. Left foot to the outside of the left hand for a lunge. Press the pelvis down and forward, take a breath. Take it up and back. 2 more, left foot to the outside of the left hand. See how far forward you can step your foot. Up and back. Last one, left foot to the outside of the left hand, pelvis down and forward for a breath. Let's turn this into lizard, drop the back knee. Heel to the left foot out, flex it. Turn it to a 45-degree angle. Hip opener, twist. Maybe a quad stretch. If you want to reach back with that right hand, grab a hold of the top of the foot. You can always lower to the forearm if you want. Just a couple of breaths. Either way, try to push the floor away with the right arm. Let's sneak the right knee to the outside of the left ankle. Sit down. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right arm reaches up. Take it across the body for a twist. Try to sit up tall. Lift up out of the low back. Standing splits. Stand on the left leg. Let the right leg fly. Super soldier. Bend your right knee. Reach back with the left hand. Grab a hold of the top of the foot. Try to reach the knee up towards the sky as you fold in towards the left leg. Maybe getting your forehead a little bit closer to your shin. Release the right foot down, wide-legged forward fold. Stand up. Turn all toes towards the right. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Puff up the chest. And exhale, hinge, fold forward, actively lifting your hands off the low back. And again, if your head touches the floor, then bring your feet a little bit closer together. Excuse me, so you can just dangle. Release the hands down, walk your hands over towards your right leg, fold in towards the right leg. Walk your hands over towards the left leg, fold in towards the left leg. Walk your hands away from your body. Take a couple moments here to just melt your chest towards the floor. Let's twist. Right hand plants, left arm reaches up, spreading wide across your collarbones. Switch it out. Left hand plants. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Take a breath. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Again, you can stay high or you can come down low, whatever feels better in your body. Skandasana to the top. Try to get that left heel to the floor. And one more time to the back. We'll sit all the way down with or without using your hands. Turn the right toes forward. Let's twist. Left arm reaches up. Take it across the body, flexing the left foot. Try to pull the toes back towards the body. Inhale, center, lift up your left leg. Try to compress. Thigh to the chest, pull it in as close as you can. And then find a spot to hold on to. And if you still want more, you could draw that leg in closer. It's just a couple of breaths. Releasing it down, we'll meet in Yogi Squat. This can be kind of tricky. You could try to rock forward and back. See if you can land in that Yogi Squat. Or just make it happen in your body however you want to. Press the elbows into the thighs. Try to pull your heart through the gateway of the arms. Right arm extends in front of the right shin and the left arm reaches up. Stay here or bend the left elbow, place the hand on the low back, or possibly reaching back, connecting your hands, spinning your chest open to the left. Switch it out when you're ready. Left arm extends in front of the left shin. Right arm reaches, spreading wide. Half wrap, bend the right elbow, place the hand on the low back. Maybe a full wrap, working towards connecting your hands, spinning your chest open. Release the hands down, step back, plank pose. Modified up dog, push back through your heels, pull back on your hands, lower the hips towards the floor. Exhale, plank pose, round and lift. Inhale, melt, pull back on your hands, push back through your heels. Exhale, round and lift. Two more, inhale, melt. Exhale, round and lift. One more, melt. Exhale, round and lift. Downward facing dog. Right leg flies, bend the knee and open it up. Right foot towards your left hand. Take a moment here, press the pelvis down and forward as if you're going towards pigeon, but not quite. And then straighten out both legs, shift them up, back, into the left. They don't have to go all the way straight. Two more like that, bend into the right knee, pelvis down and forward, pull your heart through. Exhale, work towards straightening out both legs, shifting them up, back, into the left. One more time. Inhale, melt, push back through your heel, pull back on your hands. Exhale, lift and push the floor away. Inhale, bend into the right knee, pigeon pose. Slide that left leg back so you have a straight line from your left hip all the way back to your left heel. You can always pull this right foot in closer or work towards making the right shin more parallel with the front edge of the mat. Just fold in towards the floor for a few breaths here. Try to slow everything down a little bit. Come back to the breath we started the class with. Come back to the intention. Stay right there if you want, or walk your hands back, puff up the chest. If you want to bend and straighten that left leg a few times, try to feel your left hamstring and glute engage. Pull it in close, hold it, or possibly reach back. Grab hold of the foot, opposite hand can reach forward, can reach back and connect your hands. Or you can just try to pull it in close, create this little scissoring action between your hips, drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Eventually, roll onto your right hip, bring the left leg all the way around. Half lotus or Janu Shirshasana like we started the class. The right foot's inside or the right foot goes on top. Left hand slides down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over, take a breath. Inhale, come up, modified side arm balance, right hand plants. You can keep that half lotus shape if you have it. Sit down, option to just cross your ankles, Sukhasana, or if it feels okay in your body, moving into full lotus, placing both feet on top of the thighs. Moving into a soft vinyasa, give yourself a little bit of space. Again, ankles can be crossed, or you can be in this full lotus shape. Drop the pelvis, push the floor away for a breath. Untie the legs, downward facing dog. Shift it forward, plank pose, push back through your heels, pull back on your hands, modified up dog. Exhale, plank round and lift. 2 more, inhale, melts, push back through your heels, pull back on your hands. Exhale, round and lift. 1 more, inhale, melt. Exhale, round and lift. Downward facing dog. Take the left leg up and back. Bend the left knee and open it up. Left foot towards your right hand. Take a moment here, press the pelvis down and forward, push back through the right heel as if you're going towards pigeon pose. And then work towards straightening out both legs, shifting the hips up, back, into the right. 2 more like that. Inhale, bend into the left knee, pelvis down and forward. Exhale, straighten out both legs, up, back, into the right. 1 more time. Inhale, melts. Exhale, push, working towards straightening out both legs. Pigeon pose, bend into the left knee. Slide that right leg back so you have a straight line from your right hip to your right heel. You can make any adjustments with this left shin, pull it in closer, or move it further away. And eventually fold in towards the floor for the first couple of breaths. Trying to create this scissoring action, drawing your left hip back and your right hip forward. Basically, so you're trying to level off your hips. Tendency is to want to roll onto that left side. See if you can just keep the weight in the center the whole time. You might choose to stay right here or walk your hands back. Puff up your chest, take a few breaths here. See if you can create that scissor, left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe working on balancing here or bending and straightening the right leg, trying to feel your right hamstring and glute engage. Stay there, possibly reach back. You can take the other arm forward. Maybe you want to try those mermaid arms. Or go for that active variation where you pull the foot in, reach back with your hands, see if you can find that foot. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Eventually roll onto your left hip, bring the right leg all the way around. Again, it's Janu Shirshasana, left foot's inside the leg, or it's half lotus, placing the left foot on top. Right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up and over. Try to spin your chest open to the sky. Modified side arm balance. You can keep that half lotus if you have it. Come up onto the left knee, reach the right arm up and over. Sit back down. Either just cross your ankles or it's half lotus. Right foot's on top. Possibly bringing the left foot on top. Moving into that soft vinyasa. Move your hips back. Give yourself a little space. Walk your hands forward. Drop the pelvis. Take a breath. Exhale. Push back. Child's pose. Tippy toe your fingers forward so the forearms lift off the mat. Then find this counter motion, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. On an inhale, let's come up to hands and knees. Extend your left leg straight out from your hip. Right arm reaches up, and exhale, thread it through. Drop the right shoulder to the floor. Left hand, reach it straight up, or let that left arm fall over to the left, trying to get your left shoulder all the way to the floor. So you're going to have to bring that left leg more forward to help find the balance. You might accidentally do a somersault. That's okay too. Switch it out when you're ready. Right leg extends directly out from the hip. Left arm reaches up. And exhale, thread it through, dropping the left shoulder to the floor, taking that right arm straight up, allowing the right arm to fall to the right. You're going to have to take that right leg more forward as it gets closer to the floor to act as a counterbalance, or you might do a somersault, which is of course fun too. Let's come back to the center. Lower down to your belly. Bend your knees, bow pose, reach back, grab a hold of the tops of the feet. Inhale at the bottom, flex the feet. Try to feel your quads engage. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, push back through your shins. See if you can get your quads off the ground here. Just hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, we'll do one more. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift up, push back through your shins. Peel your chest off the floor. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Windshield wiper the knees side to side as you make your way onto your forearms. Half frog. Left knee slides out, 90-degree angle. Bring your right shoulder to the floor and just draw a line across the sky with that left arm, working towards connecting the left shoulder with the earth and the left knee. Let's come back to the center. We'll switch it out. Right knee slides out, 90-degree angle. Bring your left shoulder to the floor. Draw a line across the sky with that left arm, or right arm, working towards connecting the right knee and the right shoulder with the earth. Inhale back to the center, plant your hands, push back, child's pose for a breath. Rolling camel, come up onto your shins, sit back, left hand plants, press the pelvis forward as you reach the right arm back. Switch it out, right hand plants, left arm reaches back, press the pelvis forward for a breath. Just one more on each side, left hand plants, right arm reaches. Switch it out, right hand plants, left arm reaches. Back to the center. Let's bring the legs around in front. Find Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Couple of breaths right here. Walking your hands forward, maybe folding in a little bit deeper this time. Or of course, using your hands on your inner thighs just to spiral them back. Split the legs wide like we started. Drag your body forward without touching the floor. Try to lead with your chest. Pancake, we're just here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches, take a breath. Switch it out, left hand plants, right arm reaches for a breath. Back to the center, cross the ankles, eagle arms, right arm on top, left arm underneath. Lift and lower your elbows as you round through the upper back. Fold forward. I also like to do this on my shins, so whatever shape feels better in your body, folding in towards the floor, or coming up for a gentle back bend. Switching it out when you're ready. Again, sitting in whatever shape feels best in your body, either just folding in or possibly adding a little back bend. Extending the legs straight out in front. Flex the feet. Right hand, work it down your back. Use your left hand to help out. Take a couple breaths here, flexing the feet. Try to pull the toes back towards your body. Stay here or reach back with your left hand, possibly connecting the hands. Option to fold forward here. Once again, you can always bend the knees if you want. Switch it out. Left hand, work it down your back. Use your right hand to help out. Possibly taking that right hand back, connecting your hands. You can always use your shirt to create tension or a strap, and if you want to, we'll fold in towards the legs. Coming up, releasing the arms. One more forward fold, lengthen the spine, and exhale, flex the feet and just hinge and fold in. On an inhale, let's rise up. East posture, fingers point towards your toes. Lift your hips, allow your head to drop back. If that's too much in your body, it's a reverse table. Bend your knees and lift your hips. Eventually, we'll start to let the practice go, making your way down onto your back, extending the legs out, flipping the palms up, and just starting to let the practice go.